on, everybody, and welcome back to the Hangout Spot where you already know it's Real Talk, Jets Talk today. Live from my man cave, it's your boy Johnny. And like I said, let's talk Jets because here we are, another demoralizing loss. This time on Monday Night Football, season opener against the NFC champ San Francisco 49ers. And the Jets just get absolutely embarrassed yesterday, 32-19. Don't let the final score fool you. This game wasn't as close as the score indicated. But it wasn't so much the loss that bothers me. It was the way they lost. Because trust me when I tell you, man, I knew it was going to be a tall task to go in there and beat the Niners in their home opener, especially after them coming off a Super Bowl loss to the Chiefs. You knew they were licking their wounds. They wanted to get right back in that driver's seat, en route to another Super Bowl. Crowd was insane. I mean, again, they had all the advantages. So I knew it was going to be tough. We were playing for the first time in a year with Aaron Rodgers. Hadn't played all last year. Didn't play any of the preseason games. So you knew that the rust and the chemistry with the receivers and the line would probably be an issue. So I thought, it'd be hard. It'd be very, very difficult to win this game. But at the very least, I wanted us to be competitive. And that's where we dropped the ball. Especially yesterday. Because I think I speak for most Jet fans when I say once we heard about an hour before the game that Christian McCaffrey, their best offensive player, was going to be out and inactive for this game, I'm thinking right off the bat, we just got the break that we needed, man. Now we're going to cook. The defense is going to cook. Defense did the absolute opposite, especially the D-line, and that's where I was most pissed off. I mean, this was supposed to be the strength of our team, and I understand the Niners' offensive line is legit. I ain't going to lie. It's probably one of the best in the league. I mean, Brock Purdy is, if he's not the least sacked quarterback the last 2 years, he's got to be up there in the top three. And yesterday was no different, man. I don't even think he got dirt on his uniform yesterday. Did we even touch him? Did we even breathe on him? That's crazy. No pressure. The running game couldn't be stopped. I mean, kudos to this kid. I mean, Christian McCaffrey out for the game. This kid, Jordan Mason, comes in 147 yards on the ground, a touchdown. He looked like Curtis Martin in his prime, dude. Steamrolling, hitting those holes, man. I mean, that to me was the most disappointing part, man. And the defense, like I said, which is supposed to be the strength of this team, just totally let us down, man. They couldn't get off the field on third downs. I mean, that's what we saw yesterday. My biggest fear coming into the season was Robert Saleh. Would he be able to step up and take that next step as a head coach? He's got the talent on paper. Is he going to be able to put it all together and make it work and turn this into a championship contender? After yesterday, again, I question. I don't think so. I'm sorry. He got thoroughly outcoached by Kyle Shanahan, and he made no adjustments whatsoever. None. Zero. So those are the things that kind of irked me yesterday. And kudos to Kyle Shanahan because he did what every good coach does. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He continued to pound the ball down the Jets' throat. And Robert Saleh had no answer, no adjustments. No pressure on the quarterback, especially the edges. Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, no shows. I guess they forgot there was a game yesterday on Monday Night Football. So for all the fans out there that are clamoring about not having Hassan Reddick on this team, why don't we go and pay him the money? He could have made a difference yesterday. Maybe you got a point. Maybe if he's in there, we're able to apply at least a little bit more pressure. But make no mistake about it, you can't pressure a quarterback if they're continuously running the ball down your throats. And that's what they were doing, working off play action. And Brock Purdy, people can say all they want about him. I mean, him being a system quarterback. He's a damn good quarterback. And he doesn't make mistakes, and he makes the right decision, and he's accurate with his throws. I give him props, man. I give him props. I give the 49ers props. But at the end of the day, this game should not have been the way it was. It should have been way more competitive. Because offensively, you knew there was going to be the rust factor. But I think Aaron Rodgers more than held his own. Now, he didn't have a typical Aaron Rodgers game stat-wise. I mean, only one touchdown. He did throw an interception off a batted ball. But at the end of the day, if you're not excited about what he potentially brings to the table, you're crazy. I mean, look at the throws that he did make, the back shoulder throws, the accurate throws, the releasing the ball quick, finding the guys in the middle. The throw to Lazard for a touchdown on a free play. These are the type of plays that great quarterbacks make that we haven't had in forever. So get that whole thought about him being 40 years old and being washed up. Because at the end of the day, if we get a little bit better than what we saw yesterday, this team is good enough to win this division and make some noise in the playoffs. Aaron Rodgers is a special player, man. And like I said, he's only going to get better. You got to understand this is the first game back. But from what I saw yesterday, again, I took a lot of positives out of that. Especially on that drive. That first drive, when we scored that first touchdown to take that 7-3 lead on the Breece Hall run. That to me, I remember looking up and saying to myself, like, wow, this is what we're going to see all year? Whew, this is going to be amazing. Because you saw the precision throws, mixing it up on the play calling, which I give Hackett credit for that drive, not so much the whole game. But that drive, the play calling was on point. And then you look at Aaron Rodgers, his ability to see things defensively and change the plays and check down and audible and all this other good stuff. Like, I think the future's bright. If we can somehow find a way to apply some pressure on the opposing team's quarterback with this line, I think our defense will be perfectly fine. Again, this was the best team that we are probably going to play this year. And now the next couple weeks, we got a couple winnable games. So, there's light at the end of the tunnel. But the Jets can't make mistakes, man. And they can't shoot themselves in the foot, man. Too many mistakes yesterday. And it was far beyond just being rusty. Yeah, there was that miscommunication. You were going to see that. That was expected. Especially there was a play that Rodgers play action, threw the ball deep to Garrett. Garrett obviously wasn't running the same route. Miscommunication there. You knew that was going to happen. But, Alan Lazard dropping, a sure third down catch on that first drive, too, that could have moved the chains. Ended up dropping a pass. We had to kick the ball 3 and out. And then Breece Hall on the next possession, fumbling, giving the Niners the ball back on their side of the field to give them 3 points. I mean, these are things we can't do. We're not good enough to be able to overshadow those type of mistakes to beat teams of this caliber. But, like I said, listen, I'm not going to trip over it. It's the first game of the season. I saw some positives with Rodgers that we could potentially build off of. I'm going to give the defense sort of a pass for this game because technically they are the strength of this team. I'd love for Hassan Reddick to find his way back onto the football field. I think we need him. And I don't think that the pass rush from the front four is going to be this bad every single week. We're not facing this type of line. But Hassan Reddick is a special player, and you need that type of talent on the edge. We got to apply some pressure on the quarterback for this, for this linebacking and secondary to be able to cook, man. We cannot continue to do what we did yesterday because Robert Saleh is stubborn. Olbert, they're stubborn. They don't want to blitz. They still want to continue to say, we're going to beat you with our front four. Well, that didn't work out so well yesterday. Make damn adjustments, man. Don't continue to shoot yourselves in the foot. And Hackett, if I was Hackett, allow Aaron Rodgers to call his own plays, man. That's what I would do. Because I think that he sees the field better than his offensive coordinator. That's just my opinion. And one last takeaway, Garrett Wilson, my man Garrett, special player, man. I can't wait to continue to see his progression with a real quarterback behind the helm delivering the football. But either way, all in all, we got a fresh start next week. A winnable game against the Tennessee Titans at their home. I don't care what anybody tells me. That's a game that the Jets better win. They should win. They are much better than the Titans on paper. And this is a Titan team that was up by 17 points against the hapless Bears and found a way to give up 24 points and lose to a rookie quarterback that didn't even throw over 100 yards. There's no way we should lose this game. And then 4 days later on Thursday Night Football is our home opener against the New England Patriots. MetLife Stadium is going to be rocking. They're going to have the laser lights, all them pretty laser lights all over the place. Aaron Rodgers, first game back. This team is going to should be ready to rock and roll. The fan base is going to be absolutely berserk against the Patriots. No better way to open up your season at home than to stomp on the Patriots because I don't care what they did against the Bengals. We are better than them as well. So, in about 10, 11 days or so, we could be a different looking team, right? More coach on offense. The defense has settled in, and now we're 2-1 going into that that London game against the Vikings, which I also believe we're better than on paper. So, at the end of the day, I know, you don't win games on paper. You got to be able to put it all together. Salah, come on, man. You got to do better, man. Look at the team that you have. Look at the quarterback that you have. There's no excuse, man. You got to step up. Step up, man. But anyhow, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. Let me know how you thought about Robert Saleh's coaching. More importantly, let me know what you thought about Aaron Rodgers. It'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to hear what you say in the comment section. And as always, if you're new to watching my videos, you know what I always say. Don't know what you're waiting for, man. Hit that subscribe button and pound on that like button. We got a lot of cool stuff coming in the near future, not just with the Jets, but my boxing. You know the deal there. Live fights, interviews. We got it all. So make sure you subscribe and you're along for the ride. And as always, listen, I appreciate the love and support, my fellow Jet fans, my boxing followers. Appreciate you all. As always, this is your boy Johnny signing out from the Hangout Spot. I'll talk to everybody soon.